but I do keep secrets and maintain strict confidentiality of the individual sessions, although at times I'll encourage material to be shared during a conjoined visit. I know the notion of whether or not you keep secrets or insist on just a couple sessions and have like an individual therapist, separate individual therapists for each person is often what's taught in various schools of psychotherapy. I choose to do something different though in allowing myself to hear secrets, and I do get permission from the patients to be able to use my own discretion as to what I encourage them to share or not, and how I manage that. And sometimes that can cause a problem, obviously, if there's an affair going on that comes out within a future session, whoever is the person who feels their partner has betrayed them will certainly be not only angry at the partner, but angry at me for having not told them or having held that secret. And that just becomes something that I'll manage within the context of the session, or often more than one session, and some of that has to be done both individually and conjointly. But if you don't know what's going on, you're really going to be very hard pressed to make a difference, because this is where so many treatments previously failed, because people weren't always candid in the couple sessions as to what was going on. You know, the most simple example that we'll talk about extensively momentarily is masturbation. If people are masturbating at high frequency, they're going to find it difficult as they age to have sex with their partner. And if you don't know that's what's going on, that's going to be a real problem in terms of being able to repair the situation, help them repair the situation. So I've been doing this for quite a while. And in 1974, my PE doctoral study demonstrated that cooperation was a key necessity, cooperation between partners, not actual attendance at the office visit, as Masters and Johnson were advocating at that time. So I vary the format that I use based on the needs of the clients. Now, that early study actually had an important takeaway for me, as it led to along with Lonnie Barbach, Sandy Lieblum, Barry McCarthy, Bernie Zurbrigel, and others, to the development of treatment strategies for men and women without partners, and for their partners who did not wish to attend with them. The real irony is, if a partner is eager to attend and happy to cooperate, you almost don't necessarily even need them there, although it's helpful in terms of having almost like a Greek chorus, if you will, to be supporting some of the suggestions that you're making. But the partners who are very resistant to both treatment and what you're suggesting are really the ones you need to find a way of getting in touch with, whether that's getting permission to speak to them once by phone. One technique that I use that I found very helpful is to suggest to the patient that I'm reluctant to enter into any couple's sex life with any suggestions without first understanding the perspective of the partner. And if he or she doesn't wish to come in for the session, would they accept a phone call from me so I can at least get a sense from them of what their view is. But for the most part, if you give an invitation to a partner to come in and let you know their perspective on why the person, quote unquote, with the problem is having the problem and all the things wrong with the person who's having the problem, they'll usually come in to tell you that. And that gives you a potential to engage them in the treatment process, which again, for the people who are the most resistant, most critical of therapy, those are the ones you really want to be able to try and interact with if possible.